Hey yo, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben, I'm a life coach who helps empower difference-making individuals to create a life that they love and do meaningful work. I want you to realize your potential and do all the amazing things that you're capable of. I want you to stop feeling stuck and frustrated, unfulfilled, and this, what we're talking about today, is one of those key steps. Now, this is actually diving deep on something that one of the steps that I mentioned in the How to Find Your Purpose in 2021 video, which you can check out in the description below. Highly suggest you go back and watch that because this is essentially a deeper dive on how to find your purpose in 2021. I want this year to be the year that you create, for one, we'll get to creating. I want you to realize your potential. I know that you're feeling everything that you're capable of, and that's really kind of manifesting in feeling stuck and frustrated and confused, unfulfilled, overwhelmed, any and all of those things. You just know that you're not in a good place and that you have more to offer, that you are meant for more, and you are. So I want to help you figure out what that thing is and how to get there. So go back and watch that video, and then what we're talking about today is figuring out what you actually want. This is a key step in that process. And most people come to me and they're like, well, I know what I want. I want a good paying job. I want a family. I want a nice house. It's like, no. Those are all great and fine on paper, but we're digging deeper than that. We're not here for that surface level bullshit. We are going deep. We're going into your heart, baby, your heart and your soul. We got to figure out what you actually want. And the way to do this, I love this because it's a very quick exercise, which you can actually grab that below. So make sure to do that now or after the video. But it's really, really simple, but really impactful. This is the first thing that I do with all my clients. So you're already getting some of the work that I would do with them for free. But 3 steps here. First one is create a want and don't want list. Again, you can grab this stuff down below, but you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. All you have to do is literally on a piece of paper, draw a circle. In the middle, write want. Outside of the circle, write don't want. And the exercise is pretty cut and dry, I think. If you can't figure that one out, oh man, we got other problems to work on. But seriously, so everything inside that circle is what do you want in your life, just in general. And start this. Don't make this too difficult. Don't think too deeply on this at first. Just let it flow. And the reason for the circle and the outside of the circle is just to keep it really visual. I prefer that to a list where you would cut down the middle and say want, don't want, because that just becomes a little bit more pros and cons-y, and the visual is going to help you just really start to flow with it and to really start to get into a space where you're exploring these things. So try it out and just let yourself go for 5 to 10 minutes. Go more if it feels good, but really, really simple. The next one is figure out your values. We talk about values a lot here when we're talking about what you actually want. And that's because the things that I mentioned at the beginning, the examples of, I want a house, I want a family, I want a good paying job. Yeah, okay, most of us do, right? Those are all very, very surface level wants. Who are you deeper than that? Who, in here, who are you? What do you actually want? What are the things that you care about? What are the things that you value? A lot of times I'll do this exercise with clients and they'll be like, Ben, well, doesn't everybody have the same values? No, not everybody has the same values. And that's what's so cool about this, is because you have this very specific set of things that are meaningful to you. And you have to know that. You have to be rooted in those things. Otherwise, you are going to feel ungrounded, like you're off your path, unaligned with where you're supposed to be going with your purpose in life. Go back to that video to figure out how to do that. You need to know your values. These are the things that essentially create your direction in life, because you should be creating a value. I'm going to write that over here. Value driven or value-based life. That's actually what you want. If you're somebody that the normal kind of way of living, the blueprint of get a job, work until you're halfway dead, and then retire and sit on the beach. The beach part's nice, but the whole rest of it doesn't make sense, right? And that's why you're here, is because it doesn't make sense to you, and it's not fulfilling what your path feels like, even though you don't know your path. You want to create a value-driven life. This is what you're missing. The things that you're doing right now are not aligned with your values. Figure this out. Again, exercise below, you can grab that because I have all the values and everything listed out for you. You can just easily grab that. Again, super simple exercise. It's fun to get to know this. You may know some of these things a little bit about yourself, but this is really going to solidify it for you. And then the final step here is just fleshing out any insights from this. What I want you to do here is go back, now that you've done these things and you've gotten the flow of this, right? Like, you know what you've gone through this, know what you want, know what you don't want. You've got your values down. You may have come up with across a few things there that you find are really interesting. And then here, we want to connect all of this. So we have like this, these pieces of paper with words on them, but now we want to make meaning out of it. So the final part of this is to start connecting these things in a way that's actually meaningful. Now, quick note, when you're doing this, don't put the pressure on yourself to figure out your purpose necessarily, or the passion that you're going to monetize, or how to create your dream business. Those are good things. Those are really exciting. And we'll have other videos on how to do that. So subscribe here if you're down for all of that. But right now, you just need to put together some cohesive thoughts, some insights, some conclusions based on what you want, what you value, and start to notice where those things don't align with the way that you're living right now. Start to think about how you are creating your life and how this is different and how you might start to get there. We'll go over how to do that in other videos. Like I said, you can kind of check some of the other ones out. You can go back to figure out your purpose. This is a meaningful step though, so take what you know or have learned here, the exercises below, grab those, give this a like if this was helpful, and come back for more goodness. We're digging in. We're gonna make 2021 the best year for you. It's time to realize your potential and do the work that you're actually meant to do in the world. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys soon.